Hey guys, welcome back to another Rickey Report. Gonna do something a little different today. Got a new era in Oakland sports. It's May 21st, and that means the Oakland Ballers are about to do their first pitch in franchise history tonight in Montana at Glacier Park. So, today I kind of want to break down just everything about the Ballers, who they are, where they play, you know, who's on the team, and talk a little bit about Kelsie Whitmore, who's definitely got a lot of attention since she signed a contract with the Ballers earlier this year. So the Ballers were founded last year by co-founders Brian Carmel and Paul Friedman. By then we already knew the news that the A's were leaving. Last April, of course, the A's announced that they were going to Las Vegas, and a few months later, the Oakland Ballers announced that they would be forming a team to play in the Pioneer Baseball League starting this season. So the Pioneer Baseball League has been around since 1939. It's not affiliated with MLB, so it's not like, you know, this is like a feeder team to the A's or the Giants or anything like that. But technically, the Pioneer League is something called an MLB Partner League. So there is some loose affiliation with the big leagues here, but this isn't like a direct track into anybody's system. And there are 12 teams in the league. They're mostly located. So the Oakland Ballers, and then the co-founders also created a team called the YOLO High Wheelers. They just played in UC Davis, so they're up in YOLO County over there. And so there's 12 teams now in the league, and most of them are in Montana, Idaho, Colorado, or Utah. And most of these players are recent college grads, or there's some older 20-somethings in here mixed in as well. But a lot of these guys are undrafted college guys who still want to keep their baseball dreams alive. So, of course, you know, the Ballers are trying to capitalize on the feelings of A's fans. You know, they're super emotional about the A's leaving after 57 years, but hopefully this could be a little outlet for them. I know the Oakland 68s are going to be out there with their drums. They're going to be out at the watch party tonight. There's going to be a watch party tonight at 5 o'clock at Downtown Athletic Club from 5 to 10. So that should be really cool because the game will be streaming on YouTube. So yeah, so they're going to play 96 games this year, and between now and September 8th. And all of the games can be heard on the radio on KTRB 860. And on Friday nights, you can watch their games on KPIX Channel 5 for free. So that's pretty cool. They will be playing at Raimondi Park, which is located in West Oakland. It's on 20th Street, kind of in between Mandela Parkway and the 880 freeway. And the Ballers have invested $1.6 million to refurbish the place. They're putting in a brand new playing surface. They're putting in 4,000 seats for the park, and also putting in a video board and a scoreboard. And what's really cool is they're going to leave it open for the public, you know, whenever the Ballers aren't playing there. They even suggested, you know, people could do community movie nights there, which I think is pretty cool. So there's a lot of history here at this park. It's close to McClymonds High School, and you know, players like Curt Flood, Frank Robinson, and Vada Pinzone have all played there before. And a couple weeks ago, recently, we got some cool 3D renderings from the Ballers in KPIX. Here they are now. And if you can see, there's a cool little playground out in right field. They're going to be having food trucks there. Classic bleacher seating. You can walk underneath the bleachers. I'm sure people will be smoking doobies like it's high school now. And hopefully that field actually has the Bees logo in center field. That'd be really cool if they keep that out there. So the construction's going up super fast there at Raimondi Park. A couple of weeks ago, Casey Pratt shared this video of construction workers putting in the bleachers, putting in the seats at the ballpark. And we also seen some photos of them, the sod being put in as well. And here's a look at the ticketing prices. So if you buy ahead of time, it's a little bit cheaper, anywhere from like $15 to $30. But if you buy on game day, it's like $18 to $33. And they also have some 12 packs if you want to go for the whole homestand and bring the whole family. So I think it should be cool, like a hot summer night in West Oakland, some food trucks, some beer, watching some baseball. I think it should be pretty great, you know. Opening day in Oakland will be on Tuesday, June 4th at Raimondi Park. And as of Tuesday afternoon, there were still some tickets available. So go to oaklandballers.com if you still want to get some tickets. And also, if you're worried about parking, I guess they have over 1,000 parking spaces that are available. You can park at West Oakland and also take a shuttle. They're going to be doing shuttles every 20 minutes, 3 hours starting before the game from West Oakland to the ballpark, and then for shuttles about a half hour after the final pitch as well. So there's some public transportation options for you to get there. And who is going to be the skipper? His name is Micah Franklin. He's a 52-year-old San Francisco native, which I think is pretty cool. He was actually a third-round draft pick by the New York Mets in 1990 out of Lincoln High School. And he got a cup of coffee in the bigs. He made 17 appearances with the St. Louis Cardinals in 1997. And he actually hit 2 dingers in his first 11 at-bats. So, dude got some dingers in the big leagues. Gotta love it. And he finished that season with a .324 average, but he never came back. But a couple years later, he hit 30 dingers for the Nippon Ham Fighters in the Japan League over there. So he's got some big league experience, and local guy from San Francisco, Lincoln High School. And here's some video that the Ballers showed recently of Franklin coaching up his squad.
In here, don't do strike zone. Move your body. That's it. Good turn, inside the ball. Wow.
And there's also a couple of other notable names on the coaching staff and in the front office. The former Giants first baseman JT Snow will be the first base coach. And former big league manager Don Wakamatsu, who's a Bay Area guy, he will be the executive VP of baseball operations. So they got some big league blood in the organization. So now let's dig into some player previews. I did a little bit of research. I didn't research everybody on the team. What I did was I looked at the starting lineup that the Ballers ran out on Saturday against the Yolo County High Wheelers in their exhibition game and their practice game, and just kind of broke down who these guys are, and also took a look at the starting picture, and then I'll take a look at Kelsie Whitmore too in a little bit. So leading off was Peyton Harden. He's a center fielder, 23 years old. And he's the all-time hits leader in McNeese State history with 315. He shattered that record by like 60. And McNeese State is a D1 school in Louisiana where infielder Bradley Burkle also went. And last year he was a redshirt senior there. And he was a career 321 hitter in college, so he had really good numbers in college, and showed some speed his last couple of seasons as well. He stole 51 combined bags his last 2 years, but not too much power. He's only got 6 total homers in his whole career, but seems like he's a team player. Matt Pagney shared this sack bunt on Twitter, so even though Harden is the all-time hits leader, he doesn't mind throwing down a sack bunt. So Peyton Harden will be a leadoff man. Looks like he's got a contact guy with a lot of speed. And hitting second behind him is Austin Davis, a 24-year-old right fielder. And he also stole 51 bags his last 2 seasons. And he spent his first 4 years of his college career with D1 West Virginia. And then he spent last year with TCU. He had a really exciting year as the Horned Frogs made it all the way to the College World Series. And he's a career 304 hitter whose power developed last year. He hit 9 homers with 54 RBIs, and he also had 35 walks with 47 strikeouts, so that's a pretty good ratio. And he played all 68 games, and like I said, they made it to the College World Series. They made it all the way to the Final Four. So, and he had a couple of clutch moments here in the World Series. Here's a couple of highlights.
This is hit in the air to center. O'Donnell bolts back on the move, and he can't get there. Silva rounds third and scores, and it's insurance for TCU in the 8th.
Well, have a day, Austin Davis.
1-2. Davis to left field, deep, Wagner to the wall, gone! Austin Davis.
All right, so that's a look at Austin Davis, who was the number 2 hitter. Looks like he got a little combination of speed and power there, so he should be a pretty exciting guy to watch. And next up in the number 3 hole is Dan Covino. He's a shortstop, 23 years old. He played last year at D1 Delaware after beginning his career with Central Connecticut State. And he's a career 288 hitter with 19 homers the past 2 seasons. He looks like he has a great eye at the plate. He had 60 walks and 61 strikeouts last year. And he also played in something pretty cool called the MLB Draft League, which was set up the past couple years. And he played 35 games, so it's like a 35 game thing for recent college graduates who are draft eligible, trying to get their names up there. And here's a cool clip of him from last year hitting a dinger. So he's got a sweet lefty swing.
To Lewis Davenport, the third, the pitch. Blasted in the air to right field. If it's fair, it's got a chance. It is gone!
And also another cool thing later in this clip, check it out. They have a bat dog, like a bat boy dog, or a bat dog boy. I don't know, bat dog. But anyways, the Ballers need to get a bat dog. That'd be sweet. So if anybody's got an obedient dog, get them to the Ballers. That would be awesome. And in the cleanup spot is probably their most notable hitter. His name is Dondre Hubbard. He's an older dude. He's 29. So older dude by Pioneer League baseball, Pioneer League standards. And he played for the Missoula Paddleheads last year, where he was actually the batting average champ, the batting title champ. Hit .395. And I don't really understand, because I went on Baseball Reference and it said he was fifth in the league, but Pioneer League sent out a tweet saying he was the batting title champ. So I don't know there, but I don't know. He hit .395, so he was killing it last year. And he actually played 46 games with the AA affiliate, the Harrisburg Senators of the Nationals AA affiliate called the Harrisburg Senators in 2022. But he hasn't been back in affiliated baseball since.
Franks, here's the 2-0 pitch, and this one is hit into the air, deep left field, going back. Goodbye, home run. Dondre Hubbard with a home run, and we are tied at 1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. A high fastball that he rides out of the ballpark. And he is 2 for 2 in his first affiliated game.
Big bopper for the Ballers and hitting cleanup. And hitting fifth is an intriguing left-handed swinging first baseman, 24 years old, named Noah Martinez. He's another dude who was a career 300 hitter in college. He batted .308 in college. He started at Central Connecticut State like Dan Covino, his teammate, before finishing his career at Pitt. And he put up some big numbers in the ACC last year, which is, one of the power conferences in D1. He had 13 homers, 53 RBIs, OPS over 1. And he had 50 walks and 41 strikeouts, which is a really good ratio. It looks like this guy has a great eye. And earlier this year, or last year actually, he shared some of his own highlight clips. So here's a few of his highlights.
Gets a hold of that one. Noah Martinez does what he does best. A 3-run.
Ground ball contact. Martinez skies one deep to right, and he has tied this game. Another scoreboard shot, and this one.
And I guess at one point he also hit a walk-off grand slam last year, but I could not find it. And he also played in the MLB Draft League last summer, and he hit just .265, but he had 13 walks and 7 strikeouts. So I think his eye is really, really good. This guy's got really good plate discipline. And in the number 6 hole was outfielder Trevor Halsema. He started in left field. He's a 25-year-old West Coast guy from. He played his college ball at USC. And he looks like a late bloomer. He didn't really get too much playing time until his senior year in 2022. And he batted just .238. But here's some highlights from that season.
The 1-0 sent deep in the air to right. Going back to right fielder Goldson. Is that going to carry? It's off the scoreboard and gone. 2 outs the first pitch. Halsema swings and drives one into the gap to left center. Dank going back. He's looking up. It's off the wall, and this one's over. Trevor Halsema delivers the knockout punch, and for the second time in 3 years, the Trojans walk it off on Friday night against Omaha in 12 innings.
And then later that summer, he actually tried to make a little brief transition to the Pioneer League, where he made 29 appearances pitching, but it didn't go that great, so he went back to focusing on hitting. And last year he put up some pretty good numbers in the Pioneer League. He batted .310 with 6 homers, 61 RBIs, 25 doubles, and then 52 walks and 71 strikeouts. So looks like this guy could be, like I said, like a late bloomer or somebody who's kind of figuring out his stroke right now. And batting 7th was a 26-year-old second baseman named Jalen Smith. He's been playing independent league ball since he finished his college career at Kennesaw State in 2019. And he's a two-way player last year. He had 3 pitching appearances in 2020, but most extensive work was last year when he got 17 pitching appearances. It didn't go too great. He had a 13.38 ERA. He also batted .262 and 235 at-bats. And in 2022, he was with the Nationals organization. He was just in their Arizona Complex League, their Florida Complex League team, but he never got to the affiliated levels of playing ball. So that's Jalen Smith. And batting 8th is Brad Burkle, pronounced like Urkel. And he played his college ball with leadoff man Peyton Harden at McNeese State in the past 2 seasons. And he actually spent his first 3 years at Houston. And his best season came his junior year in 2022 at McNeese when he batted .373 with a .618 slugging. And he had 10 dingers and 44 RBIs. He also made some sweet plays in the field. Check out this behind-the-back assist he had at one point at second base. I love the blue infield. Look at that. Look at that turf. Beautiful. And I was looking on Baseball Reference. There was also another Brad Burkle who played, made it to the A-ball in the 90s, so I'm assuming that's his dad. They're both from Louisiana, so got a baseball pedigree. And rounding out the lineup was Colton Horner, a catcher, a 26-year-old catcher. He's been in indie ball since 2020. And he actually was in the Pioneer League last year as well for the Ogden Raptors. He had a homer with 26 RBIs and .283 average. And he spent the 2022 season with Arizona Diamondbacks in their complex league team, so just like the Arizona, it's like extended spring training basically. He was there, but he never actually got to an affiliated team. And he's from Turlock, California, which is about an hour and a half away from here. Same hometown as A's catcher / first baseman Tyler Soderstrom. And here's a quote he told the Turlock Journal recently about playing with the Ballers. He said, "I'm super honored and super pumped to be grandfathered into a town that loves baseball so much. I'm so excited and so blessed that I have this opportunity because I know there's going to be a lot of movement behind it and a lot of support for it. It's going to be a lot of fun experience." Horner is excited to play in Oakland for the Ballers. So that was your lineup. Again, so it was Peyton Harden batting first, center field. Austin Davis batting second in right field. Dan Covino batting third and short. Dondre Hubbard, fourth DH. Noah Martinez batting fifth, playing first. Trevor Halsema batting fifth, playing left. Jalen Smith batting seventh, playing second. Brad Burkle batting eighth, playing third. And Horner rounding it out, batting ninth, playing catcher. So, and the starter tonight will be Abraham De Leon. He's a 24-year-old who also looks like a late bloomer. He started off at Alvin Community College before going to University of Texas, San Antonio. And then last year he was at Texas Southern just for 1 season, but he set the school's strikeout record with 114. And here's a cool clip from the day he broke the record when he got to 106. Got a lot of love from his teammates too. And he also made 3 appearances for the Mexican Winter League last year. Just gave up 1 hit in 2.2 innings. So, hey, it looks like the Ballers might have a diamond in the rough to start their first game. So he'll get the first pitch. First pitch is at 6 o'clock Pacific time. But, of course, again, the watch party's at 5 o'clock tonight at Downtown Athletic Club. And to wrap it up today, we're going to talk about Kelsie Whitmore. There's been a lot of buzz around Kelsie Whitmore. I mean, even the New York Times wrote an article about her recently. She's a 25-year-old right-hander who is, a couple years ago, she became the first woman to ever be signed by an MLB partner program. So she signed with the Staten Island Ferry Hawks in the Atlantic League, which is also a independent league ball league out there. And she's from Temecula, California, and she played college softball at Cal State Fullerton. But while she was there, she also got to train with the baseball team, too, which is pretty cool. And Fullerton's a huge powerhouse. Of course, Matt Chapman went there. And, you know, so in 2022, she signed with the Staten Island Ferry Hawks. And she pitched there last year as well, but she put up some pretty ugly numbers, to be honest. At the plate, she was just 1 for 53, so she's listed as a two-way player. But she went just 1 for 53 with 33 strikeouts and 3 walks in those 2 seasons. And on the mound, it didn't go too much better. She had a 12.19 ERA in 2022, and then she had a 9.49 ERA in 2023. And she gave up 8 dingers and 23 innings of work, so has a propensity to give up the long ball. And you know, for her, it's really not about the numbers. She even talked about that in the Players Tribune. She wrote a really cool story in the really long feature about her whole journey, just growing up playing baseball and what it's like to be a woman. She starts it off by saying there's a look that she gets from players. Like, she just knows, like, you know, players look at her and they're kind of like figuring out, like, what are you doing here, kind of a thing. And she says she's been dealing with that her whole life. So, but for her, it's you know, about advancing the game. And so this was an example of. So this is a quote that I pulled from her Players Tribune story. I thought it was really cool. She said, "I want to be an example for little girls everywhere. I want to show them they can be actual living proof that they can play this game. They can do it. It won't be easy, of course. That's just the truth. It's going to be hard. It just is. There will be people who judge you, people who don't want to see you succeed. But I just want little girls all over the world to know for a fact they can get through all that because they know of somebody else who has." So, yeah, she's just trying to be a trailblazer and get it through. Doesn't really have a blazing fastball according to this feature from the Orange County Register. She has a fastball that tops out at about 80 miles per hour. A few months ago, Carl Buschcheck shared this video of her pitching off of kind of just doing a bullpen. She also throws a pitch called The Thing. It's like a kind of a knuckleball, something else, I don't really know. So I want to check out The Thing. And she pitched on Saturday. I'm not sure what her numbers were like, but here's a picture of her on the mound for the Ballers in the uniform. So hopefully we get to see Kelsie at some point pretty soon here. I think it's a pretty cool story that the Ballers have there. And yeah, just keep on breaking those barriers, you know. So that's it for the Rickey Report. Thanks a lot for listening. I'm Alex Espinoza. Use the affiliate link below to get 10% off at lastibar.com. Use the promo code RickeyBlog and use my affiliate link to help your boy out. So, all right, I'll see you tonight at the Oakland Athletic Club, and we'll be back with more A's news and Ballers news. Hey, we got to do both sides now tomorrow on the Rickey Report. Thanks.